Okay, welcome everyone. Speedplayer here. Finally, another match on Trade Cards Online. I know it's been a little while since I've done it. So again, another new deck. I try not to repeat using decks. This is a match I was really looking forward to. So it's my mixed stat destruction army. As always, links to both decks will be in the description below. I changed around my Rise of the Five army pretty much. It's just stats now. The stats I'm running are power and speed, and I'm facing the Zizax, aka Malcolm Nine, the author of the Chaotic Down Under blog. Link in the description for that as well. And it's just a really epic blog. He reviews single cards. His decks are amazing. I highly recommend you check it out. Dude, if you're watching this, love your blog. So, anyways, so it was a fairly epic match. His overworlders are running fire, earth, a little bit of water, and courage and wisdom. And so he's got Hune Paltinen, Nadrin, Food Morpher's Foe, Maxwell Pop, Targarek PSI, Interest Nature Force, and Loma Desert Wanderer. So it's just a pretty stacked overworld deck overall. My deck is almost the same build as my previous mix deck. I've got two Kepians. Kepian is a really epic creature. I've got Nivena in the back with the Muge's Tuning Fork. She's not really in this deck for her ability, more just because she has 3 music counters and Force Unity and such. Azure is in for ability with Impending Baldur, so she can cast the music as well. I've got Bareth in the middle of the Phobia Plates, just because it's a good battle gear overall, and he has 35 courage and 15 wisdom, so he would get pounded in those challenges. Oh, and this Chorus of the Gothica isn't actually Chorus of the Gothica, it's a defender song, because the site, Trade Cards Online, if you type in the name of any Zenith of the Hive music and it'll show you the picture, it is always the wrong picture, which is extremely annoying. I mean, so with my music in this deck, after I did this match, I changed a lot of it up. Um, Yeah, so Bareth with Phobia plates, he takes less damage from music, like Ryan the Reckless. So the Captain on the left has Ozlay's Wreck to destroy battle gear, and then the Captain on the right has General Standard to, you probably choose Marillion just so you can get the extra 10, or you can just pick a tribe if you need. So it's my location first, Brawler's Burrow. So I just check to make sure that's the Captain with the Ozlay's Wreck, and then I use one of Azor's counters to give that Kepian range and Swift 4, and then I take Kepian into Nadrin, and then of course he's going to defend with Desert Wanderer. So it's going to be Kepian versus Desert Wanderer and Brawler's Burrow. So I wish it's a good location, this deck, it's an awesome location, but wish it'd come up later because you can get attacks back, but worked out fine for me in this part. So Kepian gets 40 plus to everything, so as you can try to see the little stats there, it's around 85, 85 courage, power, and yeah, it's all the stats are really high. So he's gonna win both the challenges on the Electro Web. So it does 35 damage. Um, Booyah in Brawler's Burrow. Loma has the Destructizuka. So he chooses to gain Earth and Earth 5. As you can see, that'd be useful. That Rust Toxic there. So now she has Earth and Water. And this was a fairly simple battle. He is 65 energy, which is max, but that Electro Rub takes him down to 30. And Capian's energy is super high, so he's not gonna waste any attacks. He's gonna just try and play some zeros, get him out of his hand, because it would be a very slim chance of him winning, even if he tried really hard to win. So that Shadow Strike does 0. And then I play my Strengthening Bond because I looked at his deck, which I know seems kind of cheap. But anyways, I know, and probably would have guessed I would destroy Maxor's battle gear anyways, just because. Well, it's debatable whether I should have destroyed Tartarex by Motorcycle because that really was a pain in the butt later. But get rid of Zerium armor. You know, I just don't want to have that around in case I want to take down Pop fast. So you can see Sam, there's 2 Piercing Brilliances and a Rust Toxic, so he won't win any of those challenges. So he just plays the Rust Toxic for 15 damage. So I'm still fairly high energy. I have really high energy enough. I draw Primal Smash, and then I code him with the Flash Whip for 15 damage. Alright, so far the match is off to a good start. At this point, when I was playing it, I'm feeling really optimistic. Oh, and just the Zizax lives in Australia, so for him, this was like, I don't know, 7 in the morning or something. He says it was early in the morning for him. So I feel bad for that. Anyways, so this is why I maybe should have destroyed his bi-motorcycle, because he gets Moped Mirage, and then I cast Defender Song. And then when he actually commented on my Rise of the 5 deck and told me, hey, you should swap out Defender Song because it's very risky and you might lose in a Music Battle. And that's exactly what happens here. So he cadences that, then I cadence his cadence, and off Nivena. And then you can see he has the 2 cadences on the interlude, so then he just casts the interlude. And then I lose, and then he takes Tartarek. He can take Tartarek into any one of my backline creatures. So again, destroying the Biomotorcycle would have changed the course of the match because, I don't know, Zerion would be annoying, but if I was able to like keep most of my creatures around, I think I might have been able to work around it. But I will never know. So he takes PSI into Jor, which is really annoying because then I lose my range sword 4, and then she can't cast any magic. So he gets initiative, and then when this battle's over, he's gonna lay down that Mirage, and it's gonna be super annoying. Anyways, he plays Piercing Brilliance for 15 damage. And also, one thing that's really stupid is that, well, you'll see it in a sec. But so at this point, because his Tartarek has minimum energy, so I destroy the Bimotorcycle with Capian's Alzheimer's Rex since I have it face up, just to get rid of that for later. So I play the Primal Smash, and then I use Yours Counter to play Fanfare the Vanishing. So it deals 35 damage, because his PSI has minimum energy of 60, so it takes him down to 25, and I'm at 25 as well. And then he draws his Primal Smash. Another Piercing Brilliance for another 15 damage. George's at 10. And so I decide to get Velocitrap out of my hand. And you'll see in a sec. My Jor has 75 speed. And his PSI has 70. So that's a fail because a Mopedian should beat a giant turtle in a speed challenge. I just find that hilarious that this turtle is faster than a Mopedian. No offense to Tartar PSI, but this one has max speed, which is ridiculous. That a Mopedian isn't faster than a Tartar PSI. So I move down to his board because he's going to put that Mirage down on my side of the board, so I won't be able to take Kepian into his Nadrin or his Hewn Pulsar, plus he moves them anyways. I mean, yeah, that was really annoying because I was hoping on being able to take out his support creatures fast, but then the friggin' Mirage goes down, and then he has PSI all up in my grill, and then I won't be able to attack him with that. But then this next bit is really interesting. So I get the north range, as I was hoping for, because I want to be able to cast my Illusion Glissando. So I chose Mopedian for the try when this comes up. And so I actually forgot about that, so I said I was going to attack Interest with Bareth, but then I remember I can cast the Illusion Glissando. And this is 0 cost, so I'll cast it anyways. And so he pulls his Cadence out of the discard because I cadenced it, so it would go back to his hand, so it should be back in his hand right now. But anyways, he pulls it out because I say I'm going to cast a Magic. And then there's a weird little glitch here. That was a random thing. So, alright, it's all good now. So I cast Illusion Glissando off my Nivena. It's 0 cost, doesn't matter. I could have cast it off any of my creatures to try and move the Mirage. So he cadences that off Nadrin. And then Nivena still has 2 counters. And a Muge's Tuning Fork. So I'm going to play my Refrain of Denial. Because I was just checking to see that was the second cadence. But anyways, Nivena. So he cadences it, now that I go through, but I'm allowed to cast it again because I checked the rule and it's still my turn. So he plays his second cadence, and now I play my Refrain of Denial off Nivena. So this is really a turning point in the match because getting rid of that Mirage changed the course of the match. Alright, so now it's going to be my second Kepian against Tartark PSI. So I choose Marillion, so technically I control all 5 tribes, so Kepian gets 50 plus and everything, which is as strong as he's going to get when he isn't in Goram's briefing and I have all 5 tribes. So I thought I could win this battle. Although I have no more Mudra counters, which is really a bummer. So he actually gets initiative, so because my courage is like 85, because I have 35 scanned. So he draws Tecto Strike, and then he actually flipped it up his hand so I could see it. So he plays it for 30 damage. And then I get down to 65, I believe. Yep. I played Dry Liquid for 15. I thought I would win, so he said 45. And then he drew Elemental Oxidation, which I thought he should have. Well, looking back when I can see his hand just now, I thought he should have played that. But anyways, he plays Primal Smash for 20 damage. So he's already dealt me 50, so I'm at 45. I played Mass Blink. I could have switched around a couple some creatures if I wanted to, but I didn't really see the point. So he rhymes with the Reckless stats, so we both take the 15. Plays Daunting Bravery for 5 damage. So I'm being brought down fairly quickly. So I accidentally had 2 Primal Smashes in this deck, so that's a gigantic fail. So that was actually a Poison Sphere because I was editing this deck a bunch of times. So I added Primal Smash in because I just got it like on the weekend. So I accidentally added it too. So that was supposed to be a Poison Sphere. Not really a big deal. I told him that. And then his Tardrak is still pounding my Kepian. Although I do get Flash for it. So he draws first Toxic, and so he has enough for the challenge, so that's 15 damage. And then again, Elemental, that's enough to kill my Kepian. So I was really disappointed because I was a maxed out Kepian. And then I do get to flip my North Range Mirage down. Because, well, at this point it's not really helpful because I don't have a lot of music counters. And looking back, I actually should have put it on, well, I guess it's good right, just in case I need to sacrifice anybody for Barrett's ability, then I can get all boosts. And as for my music, everyone saw, so I had a Cadence, I had Fanfare, I had Jigger Reinforcement, Illusion Glissando. So Jigger Reinforcement, Fanfare, Urban Vanishing, Illusion Glissando, Frame Denial, Cadence Clash. And what was the other one? It was, Defender Song. So yeah, I changed it up, and you can change it up all really easily because you're running the 4 tribes. So Jigger Reinforcement wasn't really useful. I'm going to take that out just because I don't want to waste the Fire 5 you get, and there's better musics that can be used. So he plays Earth Pulse. I'm engaged with my venom now, so I'm just going to try to get the zeros on my hand to play Shriek Shot. And he gets his second Elemental Oxidation, which only does 5 damage. Play Dry Liquid for 5. Draws Tecto Strike there. So he decides to play his Aftermath Feint because Tecto Strike and Elemental Oxidation are both good attacks to hold on to, and I draw Ectospasm. And I had to change a couple of the stats because I went and grabbed the physical card, so I had put the wrong stats on here, but it's not really a big deal. So Ectospasm does 5 damage. Draws his second Aftermath Feint. Draw Velocitrap. Just play that. And I don't win the challenge because Tardrak has more speed than Ivana, which seems extremely odd. He plays Insanity for 0 because I have 90 wisdom, he has 100, and he doesn't have air or water. I play my Poison Sphere, 5 damage, takes his speed down by 15. And at this point, I was really despairing because my Kepian that's left there in the back will only get 30 if I engage with him, but I won't be able to because then he kills Nivena, and then he's gonna put down his Mirage and get rid of my Mirage. So Milky Mirage was the most annoying thing possible in this match. It annoyed me so much. Which, well, in the beginning it was partially due that I didn't destroy his Bimo Recycle, but that was a judgment call. So I get Newman Voidland, so I was really happy about that because I'm going to take Ivana to Tartarak because I have to. Ivana's going to get initiative because she has 65 energy scanned. She has a Levitar, and so my energy is going to go up to 75, and his energy will go up to 80. And like I said, I get initiative, and then I'm going to win all my power and speed challenges because my power is 75, his is only 45, my speed goes to 90, and then the Levitar is a damage effect. So, draw Shriek Shock. My second one, I was just double checking his stats. So I play Alacritus Force for 25. My two Alacritus Forces and the two Electro Rubs were really good in this deck because getting that consistent 25 damage. Just because of the stat checks and the challenges. So as you can see, his hand is all elemental attacks, and so that's awesome. So the most damage he's gonna do is 20. So he just plays Consuming Flame for 0, and then now he has to shuffle. I'd play my Elixir Web for another 25. So he's already taken 50 damage. So he's at 30. And I was just explaining to him how you have to put everything back, double click, and then click shuffle. So it's a good thing I skipped over that for you guys. So anyways, still in Newman Voidland, he draws his Primal Smash though, so we can be able to play that. Again, Primal Smash is a really good attack, so if anyone gets it, you should use it. It's also really awesome in a Bonus Dagger army, 30 damage. So he plays Tecta Strike for 20 damage, so he's going to take 5. So he's at 25, I believe. And so the great thing about Levitar is you can still play your zeros, getting a little bit of damage, and then when they deal you damage, you get to take them down even further. So it's just overall an awesome gear. And I just skipped over me shuffling. So I play my Shriek Shock for 5. And I drew my other Alacritus Force. Aftermath Feint there wasn't really that useful in this match. He plays Rust Toxic for 10 damage, I believe, because he just wins the challenge. I play Dry Liquid. And I've Code Cyrek. Alright, so at this point, feeling a little bit hopeful. I'm taking out the most annoying creature so far. Move around my board, bring everyone closer. And Illusionary Lake. Now this part of his deck I don't get because he has Rust Toxic, Elemental Oxidation, and Fluid Cube. And Unsanity, so a bunch of water-based attacks and this location. And then with Interest, then that's energy that you could be gaining, but you're not. So, dude, if you're watching this, I highly suggest taking that out just because it's not helping you really in any way. I guess maybe it could if you didn't draw your water attacks, but still, it's just better to have your elements. So he has to pass on his turn because he couldn't attack. But he actually put the wrong Mirage, and so he just put that one in the back, and that's supposed to be the Illusionary Lake Mirage. And now it's my allocation, 404, which would have been good on my first attack, or when I still had Jors. Although I got rid of Loma, so it wasn't a big deal. So I take Kepian into Nadrin, because that's just the easy thing to do. And I still get 30 plus, and it's only a Nadrin Fumofers foe. So, should be fairly easy takedown. I just play Shriek Shock for 5 damage. My stats are still fairly high, as you can see, around the 70-75 mark. He plays Shadow Strike for 0. Play the Lost Trap again, just getting rid of my zeros. Rust Toxic for nothing. Then Aftermath Faints, and I've got 2 Lactus Force in my hand. Consuming Flame. I think a good addition to his deck would be Flame Breach and Earthshape, just because I had a Numa Voidland, and I don't know, just because. It's always a safe thing to have. I play my primal, or no, this is actually, I arbitrarily decided to make this, to decide that this one was my Poison Sphere just because I couldn't tell. and it was gonna kill him anyways, so I just felt like, okay, I just get this out of the way now, and later when I get it, I'll know it's my Primal Smash, just so that it'd be easier. Alright, so we are even for creatures now, and then Kiru City, and so interest with the Pauldrons is gonna go into Night Venom, so we're both gonna gain 10 energy, and we're both gonna be at 75, since she gains 5 from her Pauldrons, so interest has Fire, Earth, and Water. And again, looking back, Elemental Oxidation would have been a good thing to play, because Levitar is a really annoying battle game. So, I don't know why he didn't play that. Maybe he just wanted to get the damage in, but again, he takes 5 damage from my battle gear. And I have the 2 Lactus Forces, so that's 50 damage I'm dealing with him, so I deal him first 25 there. We have equal wisdom, so the Piercing Brilliance only does 5 damage. I lose 15 wisdom, and then he takes 5. So I draw Dry Liquid. I just decided to play the Ectospasm because it already deals him a lot of damage, and then I have my Levitar. Daunting Bravery Interest wins that Courage challenge, so my energy, I take 15 damage. We'll just double check the energy there. I'm at 40, he's at 30. So I draw a Flash Warp and I decide not to play it safe, so I just go for Lacritus Force. And then as soon as he deals me damage, Interest is going to get coated, which is what happens with the Daunting Bravery. Again, I think he might have had a better chance of winning this battle if he played Elemental Oxidation. But nevertheless, Avena wins. Okay, so he's down to his max Thorn Hued Paladin, and I've finally taken the advantage in number of creatures. So Brawler's Burrow comes up, which means you both have to shuffle together our attack and attack discard, so we're going to get all our attacks back. So now it's all or nothing. I'm gonna, as soon as we finish shuffling, I'm gonna take Ivana into Maxor Protector of Param, because then I'm gonna get outperform. I'm gonna get initiative first of all. I'm gonna get outperform on my power and speed attacks, which is pretty much all of them. So I'm guaranteed to get extra damage and hopefully take down Maxor Pop fast because he's only got 15 energy. I have 65 energy. My Levitar is gonna help me take him down extra fast, and so just all or nothing. And then as soon as I defeat Maxor, Hume Paltonen doesn't really stand much of a chance because even if I lose Ivena and Kepian somehow, Bareth would still be able to take her. Alright, so I get first attack, I get Electro Web. I was hoping to get either Electro Web or Lactus Force, and thankfully I do. And so since we're in Brawler's Burrow, it's going to deal 35 damage since I win both of these challenges. And you can just see Maxor's stats on the side: 110 courage, 45 power, 75 wisdom, 45 speed, 55 energy. So yeah, 35 damage with Electro Web. And then he plays a full elemental oxidation for the first time in the match. So that does me 10 damage and my battle gear goes face down. At this point I'm a bit worried because I don't get to do him damage with the Levitar because of the elemental oxidation. So I'm thinking, maybe, but I know I have the Dry Liquid in my hand, so I'm not worried because when I play it, it does 20 damage, which KOs Maxor since its energy was 20. And that's it. All he's left with is Heen Palton, and I moved Bareth over. And at this point, since again it's early in the morning for him, there was a little glitch here with the system. Alright, so as we fix that, so he actually decides to forfeit. So I thank you. This is actually the match. It was an epic match. Epic combat. Thumbs up for Avena. She was a beast in this. Takes down 3 of his toughest fighters. And alright, thank you everybody for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to comment, like, share, subscribe. This was a really fun match to do. I hope to do another one. If you wish to play me, simply message me on Trade Cards Online or comment on this video. Speedplay out. Peace everyone.